Student election season is back, and many of us are, well, not excited. Campaigners are often seen as annoying, rude, and sometimes even exploitative. But what many don't often hear is that some campaigners are also fed up with the experience. So we talked to campaigners and ex-campaigners to find out more about this.
There were certain expectations that were placed on me and on a number of my friends who had also volunteered their time to campaign for this person that I just found were completely unrealistic and really, really unfair. The candidate expected a good friend of mine to spend 5 hours campaigning straight on a particular day, and when this happened, I actually got quite annoyed.
It's not just Jenny. We also found a number of ex-campaigners who were disenchanted with their experience, but most of them refused to be interviewed due to fear of backlash. Cameron is a seasoned student politician. Last year, he ran under the Camerons for SRC ticket, and this year, he supports Georgia Mantle for the position of SRC president.
You get voters terrified as they're surrounded by up to half a dozen people trying to get their vote. And it creates this toxic culture where nobody wants to be involved in the SRC elections because they know how terrible they are.
I also asked Cameron to show how campaigners usually herd students to the voting line.
Hi there. Had a chance to vote in the SRC elections?
Let's
go.
I already voted.
No, you haven't. Come on. No, voting only started today. Come on, let's go up and vote. Come on. What was your name? Anita. Cameron, nice to meet you. Come on, let's go vote. It only takes 30 seconds.
On paper, campaigners who engage in physical or verbal intimidation could get their candidacy disqualified.
So while there are rules around intimidation, verbal and physical, there are ways to not necessarily get around it, but make sure the voter knows that they should be voting in this.
Somebody has physically walked you up to that point and is then standing and intently watching you, you would feel as a person, an average person would probably feel very awkward to turn around and actually say, no, I don't want to do this. So that person is then inclined to walk into that tent, and they're probably going to vote for that particular candidate because that was the person that walked them up to the line, and they might not be as informed about the other candidates that there are as they are about this person who just campaigned to them.
Current student campaigners don't think such an issue exists within their group.
I love campaigning. I'm a first year and I've met probably the majority of my friends through the board campaigns and now this one. So I don't think it's anything negative or anything harsh or anything disciplined. I think it's great.
Really, the expectations, we just want people there having fun, telling something to students, normal students, to have fun and to know that the SRC does certain things that can help you within the university.
Student election and campaigning is important for advancing causes that matter, but issues still remain as to how the campaigning experience could be improved for both campaigners and potential voters.
I campaign because I think that what happens is kind of important. The SRC and the USU, both those are two really important bodies that can shape students' future and shape our campus. So it's really important that A, students know about it, and B, that students are voting to have their voices heard on these kind of, representative bodies.
Whilst there are certain safeguards that can be put in place for campaigners, I don't think that they would be followed. I think that at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that people should act with integrity and they shouldn't put unrealistic expectations on people who they know will do anything for them. And this was my main problem.